Alright guys, you are in for quite a treat if this replay does not fail. It's a game I played last night against Hokori Dust Drinker, a creature you do not see very often. And it turns out this guy is a very unique and very cool deck. Very different from anything I faced in a long time. I have got a pretty slow draw, but seeing how he's playing Hokori, I decided to keep it, especially because I've got Force of Will to stop turn 1 Soul Ring shenanigans like that. Let's Force of Will that. As painful as it is to throw away Factor Fiction and not have any red mana to charge up Nin, I have to do it anyway. Bauble. Weird. Okay, whatever. Really, really sucks having to Force of Will that, especially going second, but I cannot have my opponent playing with a Winter Orb Commander and having a Soul Ring in play. So, very glad I had Force of Will, and of course I top deck Copy Artifact right away. I might have even let him had Soul Ring, honestly, if I had started with the Copy Artifact, but what can you do? Put out Mana Vault, that's what you do. Turn 2. Mystifying Maze. Again, looking like he's mana screwed a bit. Cursed Totem. Activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. Nin looks at that and goes, God damn it. What the hell are you doing playing with that card? Preemptive, massive hoser from my commander. Brutal. Not that I can cast her even right now, but down the road that's going to be a problem. I guess we can get Vandal Blast eventually. Alright, well that's nice. 1 Power Stone. Let's put that out. Not sure why I didn't copy the Power Stone here. Probably would have been a good play, actually, given the circumstances. Meekstone. Well, I have never cared less about an artifact than that. No land. Okay, looking solid. Let's untap the vault. I guess I was holding on to Copy Artifact because I was hoping to draw some more effective things to copy, like a, I don't know, maybe a Coalition Relic or the Lotus or something else. But we've got enough mana to put in and out. Not like it really helps me a lot. Alright, 2 white. It's getting serious. Karmic Justice. Card I've seen every now and then that Nate talked to me a bunch about. It's actually pretty powerful, I guess, against control decks. It's not very good against creatures, of course. But, yeah, it's pretty damn powerful against me. I mean, imagine Vandal Blasting with Karmic Justice on the board, right? Pretty much apocalyptic for me. Days. Rats. Drew that 1 turn too late. Absolutely would have countered Karmic Justice. But nothing better to do. Might as well put Nin out. He's hit all of his lands now. Storage Matrix. Another card I had to read. As long as Storage Matrix is untapped, each player chooses artifact, creature, or land during his or her untap step. Weird. This guy's playing some sort of very, very complicated prison deck. Probably would have countered this thing too. Although it's not that dangerous. But it is annoying because it shuts off either all of my artifact mana or all of my non-artifact mana. Cryptic Command. Okay, well, we're feeling a little better. Now we can bounce the totem and untap and use Nin for a whole ton once he replays it. Blink Moth Well. That taps Mana Vault. That's annoying too. What's he doing? Venser's Journal. Alright, we don't care about that at all. End of turn. Bounce. Drew Dissolve. And then I untap and realize, goddamn Storage Matrix. This prevents me from using Worn Power Stone. So we're just going to hang out here with the intention of just dissolving the 2 mana thing. He's actually really low on cards, so I'm not too terrified here. What's he going to do? He casts the Cursed Totem. Alright, we're dissolving that, buddy. Treachery. That's kind of interesting. Would allow me to take his commander. I'm not sure how much I care about his commander, but the important part of this actually is that it allows me to untap land. And I've got things like Mana Vault in place, so I could use Mana Vault to generate blue mana effectively by untapping my lands under Hokori if that happens down the road. So, yeah, we're going to keep it, even though it's a bit controversial. And then he's got Pithing Needle. God damn it. After all that work. Foiled again. That's really, really terrible. Alright. And of course all these artifacts, because of this stupid Karmic Justice card, if I destroy any of them, he gets to destroy something of mine too, which is very unfortunate. Alright, so now I draw this crappy treachery, grumble a little bit. I'm not going to attack with Nin though, because the risk of condemn is too high. He's totally the type of deck that would play it as well. Alright. Well, he can gain some life. Nothing going on. He plays Core Haven, which I of course don't care about. Now I get to untap Worn Power Stone. Strip Mine. Well, he hasn't figured out yet that Blink Mothwell can tap Mana Vault. Although I guess Storage Matrix allows me to get around that. Well, I'm not it doesn't untap. Huh. During your untap step. I don't really know, actually, how the interaction here of this, whether I could still untap it, but I kind of suspect I can't, so he should have definitely been tapping Mana Vault. But anyway, I'm going to strip mine. I'm going to strip mine anyway, even if that means I lose the Power Stone, because I do not want him locking down my artifacts with his Blink Mothwell. There's a lot of different artifacts that I might want to be using later, and this thing could be a huge pain in the ass, even though I don't want to let him use his Karmic Justice. Alright, still just chilling. Aura of Silence, God, even more annoying. Alright, well that's really, really awesome to draw, with no land in hand after your opponent casts Aura of Silence. Alright, come on, dude. Cast some big creature that I can steal. Staff of Nin. Thank God I have Daze in my hand. Oh, and obviously I can't even, I wouldn't even have the option of copying it because of Aura of Silence, so fortunately, he's short one land, and we're dazing. I'm feeling very, very good about that. Still have no solutions to anything, other than paying 5 mana for Veldikon Shackles and tapping out. Really, really ugly board position here. I feel so gummed up. Gideon, Champion of Justice. Gets a loyalty counter for each creature target opponent controls. Actually, gets 2. Because of this Nin that's sitting in play right now, which is quite scary. Whoa. Top deck City. So I could Vandal Blast, and I could get rid of, well, 1 relevant artifact, and in exchange, he would blow up 4 of my permanents, which we cannot have. So clearly, I actually thought about just Vandal Blasting right now, and I realized that if I do that, without a second source of red, that it doesn't really help me a lot, because I want to be able to use Nin right away. Following the Vandal Blast, I don't have a second red, so unfortunately, we just have to say go. Deal with Gideon. Alright, Gideon, prevent all damage that would be dealt. Comes in for 6. Can't steal it, so we're taking 6. Scrabbling Claws. Okay, whatever. Can eat my graveyard. Trinket Mage. Okay, well that's good. That gets red mana effectively. I'm going to go pay 3 mana for a Mox Opal. Or 2 mana, I guess, for it. Tabernacle. Brutal. And this is really actually interesting that the Storage Matrix, I didn't notice this right away, but the Storage Matrix actually keeps Gideon tapped, which is pretty important, to be honest, given that it's an indestructible, well, it was a 7/7, now it's a 9/9. It's just pretty insane, to be honest. And he could have just been smashing me in the face were it not for the Storage Matrix, because I have no answer to that at all. Can't steal it. But I've still got double red. Alright, now I gotta pay mana for my guys because of this annoying thing. Who would have ever thought that Nin would give a shit about Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale? But I really do, actually. Alright, Lapse. Time to do it. This awful card destroys one of my lands, or destroys my Mox. But now Nin is active. Alright, what's he doing? Oh, he's gaining life from Venser's Journal. Alright, so this is at end of turn. I'm drawing 5. And I hit Karanos, Reliquary Tower, Simulacrum, Future Sight, and Condescend. Okay, not bad, not bad. Fortunately, we're still in this awkward position where I can't untap my artifacts. That's okay. Still got plenty of life, and this thing isn't hitting me for any damage. Although it is getting scarily high encounters, up to 12 already, which is Yeah, that could be catastrophic. I mean, I guess I could sit on Reliquary Tower and a whole bunch of cards in hand, but I really actually don't have much mana. So if you were to exile all the permanents, um, it might be very, very tough to rebuild, especially because I don't know what's in his hand. All right, we're going to recast that Mox for 2, throw away the tower. So I'm just going to try to put more mana into play. Gideon now up to... Oh, wait. Did he just activate that guy? As a creature? What the hell? Alright, that's weird. He must have misclicked or something. But anyway, he's casting Gilded Lotus, so we have to counter that. Tezzeret. Awesome. Absolutely perfect card to get right now. I think I put the island... yeah, I put the island on the bottom. That was debatable. I probably should have kept the island, to be honest. I just need more land right now just to run this whole engine, given that the artifacts aren't working very well. Alright, taking more damage. Stupid tap Mind Stone. Okay, Tezzeret, time to show up and do your thing. And I'm still sitting on laps here, and he's only got 2 cards. So I'm feeling really secure now. I go get Crucible. And this was totally a misplay on my part, actually, because I saw Crucible, and I'm like, awesome. I can go get Strip Mine and just go to work on him now. Because I've got that Strip Mine in the graveyard. Because he used the Scrabbling Claws too early. But then I realized, oh wait, duh. Karmic Justice is in play. Well, I guess Crucible is not the worst thing I could get, but certainly untapping my artifacts probably would have been better. And playing, I don't know, the Solemn or something like that. But this thing is getting very, very close to deadly. Alright, here comes Hokori. We're totally fine with that because we have Shackles. Sort of fetching at the end of the turn. Stealing. And I actually made another misplay here. I assumed that because of the way that Storage Matrix is worded, that Hokori and Storage Matrix working together would still allow me to untap my lands. But that is not how it works at all. It works, well, the way you'd expect under Winter Orb. That basically you can choose lands and untap one of them. What did I even choose? Okay, so I put them on the stack. I untap one land. Much to my surprise and chagrin, and I have to immediately tap it to pay for Hokori, because I'm going to keep him around. I actually thought about letting him die. Yeah, I really should have, to be honest. I was thinking that if I let Hokori die, that he would destroy this creature unless you pay 1. Whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls destroys a non-creature. I just misread this. I was thinking that if I destroy Hokori, that he'll be able to kill Tezzeret, which would be disastrous. When in fact, I could have just let Hokori die to Tabernacle, which would have been insane, actually, because I would have gotten all my land back with Future Sight out. But I have drawn into the Royal, which is really, really important. Anyway, I made some misplays this game, mainly because of very unfamiliar cards. But that's what happens sometimes. Okay, so he's killing the Shackles. I'm surprised he didn't do that already, because it gave me a way to kill the Hokori Dust Drinker. I'm really not happy about it now, given that my lands are all tapped. But I'm going to do this, because this seems good. Right? Get 5 mana back. That's the reason why I did it. And he's got frickin' swords. Damn it. Alright, all my lands are tapped. But at least he can't attack Tezzeret for now. Up to 14. It's getting really scary. Hokori comes back down again. And I ask this dumb question. Because I was thinking, like, wait, why is this guy power up when I control no creatures? But the truth is that he always is +1 anyway, duh, because that's the activated ability, and he gets extra counters. So he's at 14. And he plays Lotus Veil, sacking lands. Pretty good card under Hokori. I really like this guy's deck, though. It's very neat. I'm sure he bores a lot of people in the EDH rooms to death with it, but I have tremendous respect for it. And it's definitely a challenge to puzzle out how to beat it. Alright, untap 1 land. That's fine. I've still got Flooded Strand. I'm untapping those artifacts. I'm going to copy my Mox. And now that the Aura of Silence is gone, that's a lot better. It gives me more blue mana off Tezzeret if I need it as well. So we got to think here. And you notice a huge ton of time just got lopped off my timer right there. Like I don't know, 10 minutes almost, or 9 minutes. It's because I had to go answer the door. Someone came home and I had to be AFK for a long time, which is really unfortunate, because I didn't realize how little time there was actually left when I came back. So, anyway, I have multiple options here. I can enter the Royal Hokori at the end of the turn and get all my lands back and then lapse it when he replays it, but I really, really need a solution to Gideon, because Gideon is 1 turn away, or 2 turns away from going ultimate. Well, 1 actually. And I could potentially bounce Hokori at the end of the turn, untap all my land, play Future Sight, use Tezzeret to fetch Sensei's Divining Top, and try to outrun this guy. But if that plan fails and he blows the world up, I probably lose. Although I guess I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I mean, without the Crucible, I could put Reliquary Tower out, but he removes that as well. So I would be able to play like 1 thing and then discard my hand, which would be terrible. So as awkward as this situation is, I have to let him hit Tezzeret, and end of turn, bounce Gideon at 15 counters, because I really just don't have a better option, unfortunately. And I've never had an opportunity to play Keranos as good as he would have been here to blow up Hokori as well. I guess that spell or ability, but again, that would just allow him to use Karmic Justice. I don't know. I think I really got unnecessarily afraid of this card. Killing Hokori a few times probably would have been worth it just to take over the game with Future Sight. I mean, how can you win, right, when I've got this many mana in play? If I get to untap. Alright, Future Sight comes down. Got to do it now. And I am protected by the lapse, at least. Even if that means Tezzeret's going to die. Alright, play the Chalice. Play the Mana Crypt. And we're doing that in order to, why are we doing that? Not sure why I put that out there. Did I have some plan? Why did I play Mana Crypt? It's a little puzzling, actually. Not sure why I did that. Whatever. Alright, Hokori finishes off Tezzeret, which is fine, given that I've got so much mana in play now. Don't really need it anymore. Mind Stone. Gideon comes back. I really don't know why I played Mana Crypt here. That was kind of stupid. But look what's on top, just randomly. Divining Top. Utterly amazing. Alright, I'm at 18. There's a negate. So we're going to do some top shenanigans. And unfortunately, this is just eating hours off the timer. Hours and hours. Tons more time went away. 321. I've really, really taken over the game now. Got multiple counters. Gideon coming out. We don't care anymore. Now we're untapping artifacts instead of lands. We still get to untap a land, though, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, that's something I discovered also. If Storage Matrix and Hokori in play, you can untap artifacts and you still get to untap a land as well. The ability of this thing actually overrides this. So that whole time when I was choosing, with this guy in play, and I was choosing artifacts, or I was choosing lands over artifacts, that was stupid because I could have untapped my artifacts. So it was a learning experience. Just running out of time. Top, 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 top. Come on, deck. What am I doing? Oh. The replay bugged at the last second. But it doesn't really matter, because the reason I was tapping my mana there was because I drew into Merchant Scroll off the top, and I Merchant Scrolled for Cyclonic Rift and cast Cyclonic Rift, and was in the middle of using Snapcaster Mage to, what was I doing with it? That's right, I drew Snapcaster Mage, and I was in the middle of using Snapcaster Mage to bounce. I used Cyclonic Rift at the end of his turn, picked up all his crap, and I was untapping to cast the Snapcaster Mage to cast Merchant Scroll out of the graveyard. Keep in mind I still had Future Sight in play, and I was going to Merchant Scroll for Mystical Tutor and Mystical Tutor for Amnesia to remove all of these permanents and reduce him down to just, I don't know, 6 land or 7 land in play, and with Forbid and millions of cards in my hand, which absolutely locks up the game. And unfortunately, I ran out of time. See my clock dribbling away there. I said, scoop and give it to me, because it was very evident at this point that the game was over. He had no permanents in play besides land and was about to get amnesia'd. But unfortunately, the clock ate me up. That 10 minutes of lost time earlier in the game was decisive. Although you guys would have missed the finale anyway, because it appears the replay bugged out. But anyway, very, very cool, epic game. It was so cool to claw my way out of that nightmare situation where I just couldn't use Nin, couldn't really cast anything, and I was getting locked down by increasingly large amount of permanents. But Nin still was able to muster the ability to do it, even with some misplays on my part and losing like 12 minutes on the clock due to random real life stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed that game though, and I've got more to record soon.